All right. So we've got here. No more questions right now. Again, I'm not doing anything right now. I got to wait to see what the market does. I'm still in Lulu. I'm still in the call debit spread on this one. It's definitely weak right now. Again, we closed Microsoft out, took a loss on Microsoft. It's just kind of hovering around there. Royal Caribbean, I took a profit in overnight. Still moving up nicely here. Roblex, it's still slightly red for the day, but pretty flat. It's really would have to move a lot. Again, I took some profits, $200 a contract yesterday on the one that I had added last week when the market when it pulled down so hard off of that news. There's not too much you can do about something like Roblex when you get a news event like that. That's a lawsuit that it causes the stock to tank. You don't really, obviously you don't know that's going to happen, and that's part of trading. I mean, you can get news events that can help you, and you get news events that can hurt you. And typically, they over time they even out, but it doesn't feel like that when you get a news event that goes against you. Microsoft just moving sideways right now. That's Children's Place. Nvidia, red today. SPY trying to bounce. A couple of hammer bars here showing some bottom being trying to be put in. Again, right at the 8 exponential moving average on the SPY for the daily. Triple Qs is sitting right on the 15. And IWM is above both the 8 and the 15. Lulu's sitting right on the 8 exponential moving average on the daily right now. All right, so we're just going to watch it here for a bit. Again, we took a loss on our Microsoft put credit spread. Took it off for 270. So we lost about $1.65 to $1.70 on that. Which of course there was a lot better than the 395 loss we would have had if we held it to the end. It's turned bearish, so the daily chart's now bearish. I can't stay in it. Again, you could some folks legged out of it. You could have legged out of it, bought back the 515 put and held the 510 put, and you would have made back most of it already this morning. But again, anytime you leg out of a spread, you've increased your risk from a defined risk to kind of an undefined risk. It can go. You can lose a lot more money on it when you leg out of a spread. And you have to be quick too. I mean, you can leg out of it and get leg out of it and then close the other leg right away. It's hard for me to do alerts or anything on something like that. So I have to pretty much just close the trade down for the alert service because it would be too much management of that trade, and it would be too quick. Very, very choppy market here. SPY came down right to the 8 exponential moving average and trying to bounce off of it. Volume, nothing too great on the SPY here today. It was very low volume yesterday. Again today. This is August trading. Q's bounced off the 8 right now, starting to move back up again a little bit. On the Q's. Again, we'll watch Lulu, see what it's done. The premiums are still pretty high on these. I was looking at actually trying to buy back on Lulu, try back the short put that we had on the short call that we had in there, but they're too expensive. I mean, they've still got the price is really very high on this thing still. On Lulu, the 207.50 calls are trading at $1.05, which is that's a lot for being this far out of the money. So apparently there's quite a bit of volatility still built into Lulu here. We'll see what it does.
Oh yeah, so I came in earlier today, and since I was still cleaning, later in the night, and they said
Hey, Saw, how you doing? What's my opinion on Cat D1 chart? Caterpillar. Yeah, it's capped up this morning. Here it is, right here. Get down kind of close to the 50-day moving average. It's just kind of curled back up again. You've got to have some confirmation that it's going to stay above this 8 and 15 here at the end of the day, because if it doesn't hold this 8, I wouldn't be long. If you're taking it here, you're doing what's called an anticipation trade. You're getting into a long, and it looks like it's bouncing, so you're anticipating that this trade is going to work. But you've got to put your stop down here. You don't have to put it, but you've got to know that if it doesn't close above the 8 and the 15 today, you got to get out of the trade. Now, if you're right about this, you'll do well getting in here, as opposed to waiting for confirmation, which is what I usually do, is wait for confirmation, which means I need to see it close above here today, or close above it today and then open green tomorrow, and then you could go back up with it again. But that's my opinion on it. It's definitely turned bullish, but you're also front running in a little bit if you take it here without waiting for confirmation on the close today. Yeah, you're right. The best play is to wait and see if the gap holds for sure. Spy creeping back up again. right off the 8 exponential moving average.
CSX. Tom's Capital seeks a CSX meeting after acquiring stake. That's on CSX. Another coming from Reuters, social media.
Royal Caribbean continuing to work. Again, I already took profits in it this morning, but it's grinding up pretty nicely here right now. Still watching Lulu. Again, I'm going to give it some time here today, see how it does. BKTX, which is again a potential straddle. Just kind of going sideways. It's potential straddle. I don't like the price action though, because the price action is very, very compressed here. Ram Kumar, Palantir testing the View app. Yep, it filled a gap on Palantir. It went right down. Here's the gap fill in Palantir right here. See that line right there? It went right to it, bounced right off of it. That's the top of that candle, top of that candle, top of that candle. That was high volume support level, and also was a gap fill. See how it gapped from here to here? That's a gap fill. That's going to offer support. It did offer support, and it's trying to bounce off of there. It's nothing I'm going to try to take long. I'll tell you that. Not right now. Andrew, silly question, huh? Oh, and TC2000 for Freestyle, color based on open versus close or net change. Is it the same for the candlestick and the HA? Yeah, they'll be the same on my TC2000. Let me see if I can find the price here, so I can see how I've got that set up. I believe I have it open closed. Chart properties. Yeah, I'm using on the candlestick color based on open close. All right here, open close. Up bars green, down bars red, and then on the filled based on open versus close. Up bars will be open, will be not filled in, and down bars will be filled. So you can see the movement, and you can see whether they're bullish or bearish. I mean, you can have red bars that aren't filled that look bullish, which means they bounced off the low. But that's how I do that. Okay. It's starting to bounce a little bit. You're welcome, Andrew. Yeah, if you're using a setup like that, that's the same as mine. Hey Ryan, what's my mindset with Jackson Hole Friday? Trading as usual. Yeah, no, listen, that Powell speech on Friday is at 10 o'clock our time, so half an hour after the market opens. I'm not gonna make any preconceived ideas of what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna watch the price action on it and see what he has to say. Basically, the only thing that would likely cause any kind of uh, a catalyst to the market is if he starts to become a little bit more hawkish and basically indicate that perhaps they're not going to cut rates in September. I mean, there's an expected rate cut coming in September. But if he says something about we don't know what the tariffs are going to do, we're still undecided, we're waiting for data, the market will probably interpret that bearishly. If he says, we're likely going to cut in September, the things are starting to line up, the market's probably not going to go crazy because that's what they're expecting right now. So that's what I'm thinking. Whether that's going to happen or not, again, all I do is trade the price action. That's it. So price action will tell me exactly what to do. Because the price action, even though if you think he was hawkish that the market should go down, doesn't mean it will. So you just wait to see. I think most people know I don't really do a lot of predictions as far as what the market's going to do. Um, I'm just trading the market. That's all. Market technicals work in my favor. I stay with them. If they go against me, I get out. I don't try to overanalyze all that kind of stuff. So don't feel the need to close out positions prior to and wait and see what the price action is. No, I don't, Ryan. I won't. First of all, I don't have a lot of positions on. But I mean, if you're in a position with a profit, and you want to take profit, then there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, I wouldn't be closing him out just because he's gonna talk at 10 o'clock. Because you can't let all that kind of noise distract you. I mean, we get tweets all the time. Trump's always tweeting stuff out on Truth Social or saying stuff at the news conferences. You'd be getting in and out of trades every 10 minutes. It's just that you can't worry about those things. You shouldn't worry about them. You probably do, but you don't have to. SPY again, just drifting right down here to the standard deviation line, right on the 8 exponential moving average. The 8 on the SPY right now, the 8 exponential moving average is where is it? 640.90. So basically 641 is the 8 exponential moving average. Let's see if that holds. BSLK maybe going again, Ryan. Yep. Let's take a look at it. BSLK. Yeah, another this Momo stock. Got 9.6 million shares traded today. Still got a float of 1.5 million. So yeah, it definitely is a Momo stock right now. BSLK. Did this a few days ago. Shooting up right now. There's a chart on it. This is a momentum stock. But notice we're not getting anything like the volume here that we're getting back here. So the volume's still high. It's above average, but it's nothing like this. It moved it up. So where's it headed? Well, this 1382 is likely the next resistance level on it. And the candles are green instead of blue, which means we're not coming out of compression break. So I take that into consideration as well. But yeah, nice look on that. That's a momentum stock. Yes, that's right. Sarah says that's the best part of the day trading, especially with this method. You trade based on price action, exactly, and not future expectations about the market. We can't compete with institutions anyway. We're not trying to compete with institutions. We're trying to follow the institutions. That's what we do here with the SPY Super System. It's letting us know what the institutions are doing. If they're in, we're in. If they're not in, we're not in. And we just try to find the best stocks when the market's moving up and the institutions are driving it up. We look for the stocks with the best relative strength and the best price action to take. And if they're not in there, we're not going to trade. I mean, that's pretty simple. We're just not going to trade at all. So we don't try to compete with institutions. We're trying to follow them. We take our money from retail traders. And there's tens of millions of retail traders around the world that don't know anywhere near as much as we do or have the indicators we have. You know, they're coming to a gunfight with a jackknife, and we've got bazookas with the information that we've got. That's why most retail traders lose money. I mean, it's pretty simple. They don't have a solid method. They don't have a solid strategy. They can't stick to it. They jump from one thing to another. They're reading social media. They're listening to other people. It's a recipe for disaster. Okay, about 11:45. Market very, very choppy. It's moved up, it's moved down, it's just chopping sideways here right now. Momentum's coming up a little bit on the SPY. Again, we took a loss on that Microsoft. It's just too bearish now for me. I can't hold it anymore today. And Lulu, I'm still in, and I'm going to see what Lulu does here because it's sitting right down on the I think on the 15. Look, yeah, it's sitting down on the 8 exponential moving average this morning. So we'll see if it bounces off of there. I love it when I have to take a loss on something. Why didn't we get out of this sooner? Oh, crazy. Why didn't we get out of this? I use the chart. Here's why we didn't get out of this. Right, so this is why we're trading like this. We would have lost this money. Well, you know, if you hadn't taken the trade, you would have lost any money. So don't trade, you'll be even. People are really jackasses. This bitch one guy was just a whiner, complainer.
Maybe this isn't true.
Maybe it's not for a while.
Yeah, well, it's the Navy SEALs. They don't make the grade,
You're out.
they're out.
How's Ellie doing? She gonna go back to the dentist
For cleaning.
today?
Well, she chose today because it wasn't going to be for long. It was going to be, wasn't going to be.
She's got Ellie too, I think. Did they fix that tooth for her this morning?
Yeah, yeah, they're going to it.
Really? That was pretty nice. How come? and catches it and goes right down his throat. Jesus.
Amazing.
Every time I go up and look at the lake now, I keep thinking of Daisy. It's killing me. God almighty. Just so sad. Those poor people.
Yeah, that was
Awful. So, looking at Uber. Yeah, Uber's been nice this morning. I was called out in the room very early on. It's been beautiful all day. Really nice move up in Uber. Very consistent. Falling a little bit right now. The market internals right now are getting very weak. Very weak market internals right now as the market starts to pull back. Lulu, by the way, is holding up pretty well during this market pullback right now. SPY pulling in. See if it breaks down below the 8, and we'll see what happens. But the market internals are definitely bearish here right now. Came around in Microsoft. It's just kind of moving sideways. Still in Lulu. I'm going to stay with Lulu most of the day, I'm sure. So you say you mean you can't compete in fundamentals? No, you don't listen. When you're trading fundamentals, you're trading as an investment. Fundamentals don't really enter into day trading or short-term swing trading. SPY coming in. Triple Q's moving sideways. SPY's a little weaker than the Q's here right now. And IWM is now getting weak as well. Again, I took my profits in Royal Caribbean, although it's continuing to go up right now. Okay, see if we got any more questions. Terry, Roblex, put credit spread 114, 113 for 25. I don't know. It's probably all right. The problem is the 50-day moving average right now is at 113.64. All right. So, do I want to take something that's above that? Probably not. I probably want to take the 113, 112. Price moved away. Okay. MSTR, Shy broke down below the 200-day moving average. Yeah, that's a crypto stock. MSTR, big move down below the 200 today. 338.67, Shy. 338.67. is a high volume support level right there. Definitely weak. And coin also weak today. Cryptos are getting a little weak right now. And this is August trading. This is kind of what you get in August. There's a lot of hedge funds out not doing much. It's just a bunch of retail traders knocking things up back and forth. Very difficult to trade. That AAY we had yesterday was really nice. It'd be nice to try to find one of those a day, but you can't always do that. The Uber, it looks like it probably would have been a good one though. Oops. Yeah, nice move up here this morning. This was your chance to entry right here. And now it's moved up, pulled back in, but very choppy market. SPY moving down. Market internals still very weak here, trying to flatten out right now. Notice the momentum on the Qs, by the way, even though the yellow here. See how high it is on the Qs? And see where it is on the SPY. SPY actually is weaker. It doesn't look like it, but momentum-wise, it is. There it is. Qs right now down just 0.07%. SPY down 0.38%. So yeah, the SPY is definitely weaker than the triple Qs right now. But the tech stocks are not doing well today. Very choppy market here. There's no pace to it at all. Market internals still slumping down here. Internals trying to bounce, but they're just everything's just chopping all over the place here. Buy still coming in. Q's coming in as well. And market internals still bearish here now. They've been bearish since about 10:30. SPY just poking below the 8 exponential moving average. 640.71 is the 8 exponential on the SPY. It's right now at 640.47. So it's just down just slightly below it. Triple Q's below the 8 right now, and the 5, and the 8 and the 15. Also moving in. Some bearishness in the market here right now. Just, probably just short-lived, but who knows. But it's a potential SPY super system trade here as it turned yellow, coming down below the 15, which you don't know how long you can stay in these things. Very, very choppy price action here. Microsoft, we're out of Microsoft, which is just moving sideways right now. Still in Lulu. This call debit spread, still trading at around 198. Holding up better than the market is right now, so we'll, give that some time. It's sitting right about in the 15 EMA. I'm gonna get lunch here in about 10 minutes. So we come up at about 12:15, slightly. Soon. Google week today. Before I take lunch, I'm gonna take Timus long, which is it's not a good market for long right now, but I like this Timus setup. buying the September 5th. September 5th, 250 calls. September 5th, 250 calls in TMUS. Right now they're going for about 725 to 730. Okay, so that's TMUS. I like the setup here. I like the setup. It's a little extended, so I gave it a little bit more time on the trade. No earnings to worry about, but a good setup, I think, on TMUS. I think I'm gonna blurred on this one too. Again, I don't like the market particularly. Okay, so I'm in TMUS. Nice daily chart. I mean, this is what I'm looking at here in TMUS. Looking at a nice daily chart. Big move up on earnings, come back right to the 8 and 15, kind of riding along it right here. It's a tiny bit extended, but not a lot. And I like this breakout today on this doji sandwich setup right here. We might just take it off today if we can. Again, there's your next support resistance level, 264. All right, so I'm long TMUS as I get ready to go to lunch here. For about 725 to 730 on TMUS. I'm just going to try to get a sell on this thing at $8. Okay, I'm gonna get some lunch. Just took Timus along. Sell order. Started to get a sell order for $8 on this thing. The market's still weak, but it's just chopping around here a lot right now. Timus is obviously has good relative strength today, as you can see. It's just grinding up beautifully. Very nice setup on Timus. Whether it'll keep going, we don't know, but we'll see. Again, we took a loss on Microsoft. We're still in Lulu. Still hovering here around 198. All right, gonna grab some lunch. I'll have to close down the YouTube feed. Thank you very much, folks out there in YouTube, for being here today. A lot of folks there today watching. I appreciate that. Again, this is the SPY Super System software right here if you're interested in it. It's what lets us know whether institutions are in the trade or not. Very important. And it's what drives all of our profits that we continue to produce here month after month. So again, thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. And again, if you do want to talk about this, just give Rory a call at Right Line, right here, 786-732-4656, or just go to rightlinetrading.com and you'll get to see it all right there. All right, thanks YouTube folks. We'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday.